Hello everyone, this is your captain, Fantastic Worlds, welcoming you aboard the HMS Fantastic Voyages 2, sailing the Sunless Seas beneath Lovecraft Country. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to be doing next. Now, we have the last couple of cycles been testing out a trading run involving dream snakes. That seems to be working out. We now currently have 6 crates of dream snakes. Basically, we bought the boxes, stole the claymen, and we are going to be moving out into trying to see how profitable this can be. Now, keep in mind we have 4,000 or so echoes, which is actually slightly less than we started last time, but we also have 3,000 in capital, and plus some change from the other stuff here. So we're actually got a considerable profit. So here's a couple of things we're going to be doing. Now, we're going to be making pretty much the same run as before, but with some modifications and going to be scraping off a little of the extra. So what we want to do is we want to keep the Shintalak and the Fluke Chlor for the Curator up in Vendablite, because they will match 2 of the colors that he wants, Irgo and I believe Apocryphon. However, Silk was supposed to be used for an outfit we want to make, and I'm thinking that we can just buy another 3 when we get to the other side of the map. So yeah, we'll be selling that, as well as the Stygian Ivory, because we're not stopping by to the Eldritch Abomination's place to give him material for chess pieces quite yet. And even if we did, we've got 2 that don't take up cargo space. So first things first, let's clear out a little space in the cargo. Stygian Ivory can go. Stinchalac we keep, and of course, well, the spider silk. That brings us up a bit. Also, what we're going to do is we're going to buy a firkin of prisoner's honey, because we do have our agent in Khanate waiting for that delivery. And we are going to buy the cask of mushroom wine, because that is going to let us get a port report from the spider people. It's not a hell of a lot of profit. 21, I think we get 50 for the thing. Still 39, it's not bad profit for a spot, and it will allow us to get an extra fuel, which counts as another 10. So you got to remember these things. Leathers don't seem to be very profitable. Must be able to get a lot of them whenever you get whatever you want. Okay, so anyways, next. Now that puts us here. We've got some of the stuff. We've got the cargo we're taking out, which gives us 24. We have 14 fuel from the Grace of the Admiralty, and speaking of which, we forgot something. See, forgot that we had the moves in the Great Game that we're using for bait, so might as well just push them out. There you go, 42.28. Now you can pay it, so you can also sell it for 30 echoes and a Admiralty favor, but I'll just take the cash, thanks. I mean, my character's getting more and more like a Sunless Sea version of Han Solo, you know? Not interested. Yeah, not interested in your cause, and just interested in the credits. Now, let's see. London, I think, yeah, we need to hire on more crew, that's for sure. Get that. 2 crew for 30 echoes, which is actually a little bit of pricey, but new recruit. And you can buy another one for 5. Puts us at 14, which has got definitely a decent amount of safety. And one last thing, if I'm trying to remember, what was it supposed to be? And then, oh god, my brain's farting. I'm sure I'll remember it when I'm like 20 minutes out. Okay, well, I was waiting for my brain to reboot. Let's get us back into the combat configuration. That's when I'm in murder mood. And this close in, we are the prey. We are the predator, not the prey. Now, we're also going to be doing a couple other things. I want the banded poissoniers. Need to get a Zoop and a Muttersalt. Muttersalt we can get because I have 8 Z stories over at Wither, which will be one of our stops. And we'll be picking up the Zoop when we get Mount Parliston, because that is our primary fuel stop for the center of the sloop. So speaking of that, let's get ship. Okay, let's get some. Okay, for 6 for that, or maybe, yeah, we'll do this. It's easier to, and we'll source 8 supplies. Because there's a couple slots in case we need to get things, because you never know, we might pick something up along the way. And yeah, now I actually considered buying an additional engine, power, but we don't think we're quite there yet. It's good to have the power to make the sloop go faster and profit more in the long run, but 1,500 is a lot, almost half of what we have in reserve right now, and I'm thinking we should be a bit more careful. Now, okay, so it's right. We got the Shintalak, we've got the that, we've got the Berkensberry, we've got the wine, we've got our cargo of the dream snakes, and the first stop will be Vanderblight, of course. All right. So, with that said, let us see what the sea has for us today. I wonder what the chef's quest is going to end on. We still have to actually pick up a couple other quests from the beginning. I don't know if getting her clothing counts as that, but no, right. Don't need to burn this while we're at this close to port. The Admiralty is kind enough to provide us light along the way for at least the first few minutes. But yes. Vanderblight tends to be our milk run, as it were. And yeah, kind of glad. I don't know. I mean, good guy cred for not beating Tomb Colonists to the spiders yet, but I'm still holding that in reserve. We actually do get to manage 3 on board at the same time. We may see, I mean, they're going to be like the center of the festival. There's that grand tour. I mean, do I get dinged if I sell all 12 of the Tomb Colonists to the spiders? Or do I make some serious capital? I don't know. Let's see how evil I'm feeling. Right now, I'm not feeling too evil. Alright, so, yeah, from this point in, I think we're good. Terror's at 26. Checked it before doing that. I think it was at 26, 27 now. But it's not really going to be much of an issue. There's some Z-Bats. Go get some supply. Actually head back to Vanderbilt while we're waiting to kill them. And let's pick up a free supply. This is how we forge. Thinking about home when this close to Vanderblight's bad sign. You seeking the living death, Captain. Alright. Although attempt to calm them, gain 1 fragment. Tomb Colony. Visit the first curator. Now we need 2 spots back. Yes, ended. I will find my own ending. At its direction, you place the core in a bath of frothing acid. Dissolve slowly, ergo vapors ascend, and the snake into your mouth, eyes, and heart. For a long moment, you forget who you are. Then you return to yourself. No trace of the fluke remains. Thank you, Curator whispers. Perhaps you have saved me from the sanatorium. Perhaps the emergence will be less painful. Its chest pulses feebly. You accept a single black pearl. The curator's fancies grow worse, but it pays well. Okay. So yeah, 3, and that's worth 1,000, which is definitely more. 600, it's 400 we sell it outright. 600 we convert it into a colossal egg. But, ooh, looks like the Shintalak isn't one of those. Doesn't count. Oh well, I thought it might have. It's probably too common. Oh well, we'll sell it at some point. Tomb Colony. Go. There you go. So wine, too soon, that. Visit the curator, gather gossip. There it is. Report. Now we're good with the special, I think. Terror's at pretty low. Hunger's at 0, so we should be fine here. Alright, so anything else shop-wise? I forgot, yeah. There you go. 24 for our memories. Filling our memories. There's a bit Lovecraftian. I think that's a black mirror episode, much like that, where people sell their memories, but in order to make sure they're proprietary, they're erased from you. So, you know, the corporation owns them. So you can be very profitable and very empty at the same time. Kind of symbolic. No abominations. Good, good. Keeping track of the fuel usage too. It seems to take 5 to move in this direction. Interesting. Censor's Arch. Probably a story behind the name. I mean, this is actually 2 colonies about one that will never stop asking questions and the others that would simply remain silent, so... Not sure what they're into. We have the extra secret, so I'm hoping to be able to get Salt's favor. Don't think we've got it at the moment. Those little pits right here, what the hell are they digging up? Do I really want to know? Probably not. Things first. We can gain Salt's attention. Storm. We need to get Storm. Definitely need to get Storm, so we will come up with a live specimen at some point. Okay, we just need a live specimen and some wine. Cool. Easy enough to do. Gain Salt's attention. Boom. Good. Wither. Gather intelligence. 1 port report. Explore the town. Why not? Codex doesn't really have anything interesting besides selling the skull for logs, and it's now actually more profitable to sell the skulls for at the 7 coil spot in order to get 100 worth of intelligence, which takes up no cargo space. Explore. The wind speaks. You fall into a reverie. As you wander the shore, there are words in the wind, a story of sorts, a gate in the north, and a pale light that began there, of drowned light that will end there. With the high wilderness that other ships may sail, you lift your eyes. On the salt of the salt works, someone scratches their sea more sunless? And the answer is yes. Actually, we discovered that with Rival. She descends into the sea beneath the sea, where the Bazaar dwells in their abyssal palaces or whatever. I'm not going to ask her what it's about, but we now have the Storm's attention, which is an ancient anger knows you. That's good, right? I actually want to check something officer-wise. Let's see, speak to... No, okay. I had kind of hoped, yeah. Salt Song, we don't have it. I wondered if we having all 3 would alter her in any way. Actually, does anyone alter? I think so. I'm just curious. Yep, make sure to get the computer salt before we leave. There you go. Okay, I think we're all down to 2, so we gotta be careful about that. Do we want... Yeah, we're definitely not gonna buy the fuel here. Other side, I could have sold that for 2... Whatever I prefer. I'm not selling Atomical Camel for that little. Do we want to buy a supply for 2 Tales of Terror? We're going to get 1 more when we stop at the end of the loop, so yeah, might actually be worth it. Alright, so we're looking at 9 spots remaining. Shintalak is going to be the odd one out. We have to 70, so hopefully we'll find a way to sell it, someplace to sell it on the right. So yeah, I think that is that. And shore leave. Cost us 50. Nope, go for it, guys. 5 terror. It's okay. Cost of 10 per is a bit much, but the dudes need a place, need time to chill. So, let's go. That's 1/2 of the supplies we need for him, and then hop over to Codex, probably buy a little fuel with cash there. Then move on to the next stage, which is the stealth stage, which is stealthing past whatever that freaking abomination is that tore apart my first captain's ship. It's a bit risky, but by the map, we have to go through here to hit. I mean, if we want to do Abbot Light and Malpalmerston, we have to go this way. I could bounce this way, make a long thing, but that's going to be a lot more fuel. So, let's keep going. Report. Got it. Shops. Let's, yeah, we just need to Galveston, so 1 fuel just to be sure is, all we probably need. But we do need quick rearrangement of the officers, because we're going to stealth mode. Okay, so first things first. think, yeah, she doesn't have any. Stealth sounds right. And yeah, the rat. Alright then. Let's go. Imagine the poor bastard who's got set up shop there because, you know, he's not local, is what it says. So, yeah, he's spent his entire time here. But people won't talk to him. Storm Bones, St. Eligius. The chapel is obviously optional because, frankly, it's, what the hell is that? Do we have murder? Iron Moth. Can I take this? Alright. Stick with the fluke core. Seem to be able to pound at it decently. Keep it away. Don't run into this land. Like that heavy gun. Yeah, that big gun does cause them to reset like it would a firing solution. I'm not sure what that was, but let's find out, shall we? Murder moth. Alright. Examine it for dissolution, search for jewels. Destroyed a tyrant moth. It's already disintegrating into a sloppy mass like slick. There's mosaic configuration in its wings. Do they carry meaning? Search for jewels. Let's do that. You have a casket of sapphires. Well, I'll take it. The blue jewels are embedded in the rotting fuselage of the moth remains. You gather as much as you can, splashing frantically the ship's boat before it disintegrates altogether, and the remaining jewels are lost. Okay, so it looks like the chapel is safe. No, we're not doing the chapel. That's Ragged Crow right now. Did burn a little fuel, but we probably got more than enough. If it comes down to it, we can go through here, save a little fuel. Spinning about there. We're not in any danger. We have more than enough fuel to eat pallets now, though tanks might be a little dry by that point. Also be able to pick up some food. I'm thinking, is this... Okay, that's... What are those? You could adjust the slider to make sure that your peeps would go a little hungrier. Down the sign of the monster, so that's a good thing. Spoke too soon. Sorry, when I'm doing stealth, I tend to automatically lock down my speaking. It's totally psychological. I mean, there's only one game that will penalize you for doing that, and that's Alien Isolation. So if you have an active mic and you don't turn it off, if you speak or make a move, the alien can hear it. It's really messed up, but everybody turns that option off. Alright, Nightmare, gather intel. Chapel of Lights. We won't be here, and we're not going to attend to service, so yeah, we are leaving. We got what we wanted. Prompton's not that far off, so yeah. Ooh, a minute. I get slightly tense up here because it's the first time oh, there it is. Sometimes it's just better to know where the bad monsters are instead of not knowing. Oh yeah, devils are one thing, whatever the hell that thing is. It's like the flute core and use sonics on us, but it's so much bigger. Sorry, the flute core is what I get out of it. Oh, you can say I'm profit driven at this point. We're at Palmerston, which is good. pick up the Zoop. We'll get the chef's mission done. Switch over to murder mode. And yeah, should be a good place to stop once we get that done. We'll pick up the Deviless since we've got the commission from the Embassy of Brass. And then we will hopefully be able to get to the next stage of her mission. Which should be interesting. Okay, so first things first. Shop. Purchase Zoop. Go to officers. Let's talk. He pokes his head from the galley. Have you my muter salt, Captain? My Zoop. I am keen to investigate the possibilities. A braziering amulek. By the way, that's a type of alchemical material, which is, I think, I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look that one up, but I think it's like a crucible, but with glass. I have to look it up. Bubbles eagerly in the background. This isn't cooking, this is alchemy. Supplies. Excellent. He retreats into his galley and bars the door. Day and night, his juggling crucible, it is a crucible, yes, blazes. The galley port holes flare crimson across the Black Sea. He does not answer the door. His ship's biscuits and barreled water for a while. No, we got a second. Chap. When he emerges, his bandages are yellow smoke. I am victorious. The Zoop defy me, but I have broken it. Chanterelles from some soggy edge of London. Pig stock. A feisty dash of paspariska. Lemon onions. Petals from the exile's rose, which grows in hell. Next door. And tears from a hanged man or a heartbroken priest. I believe either would suffice. The method of the ingredients combination is singular. I believe I can make use of it. We are charting new culinary frontiers, my captain. The Fathom King presides over the drowning feast. He is accustomed to excess. We must amaze. That night, the crew dine happily on fish stew. The poisoner, the chef, keeps York wineglass topped up, and at the end of dinner approaches you nerveless. I'm afraid I have another request, Captain. I need something from the Khan's heart, a certain book of recipes. If we were going that way... He fidgets at the end of his bandages, avoiding your gaze. Why is he lying to you? We gained 10 hunger? Must have been... Okay. Serious business in Khan's heart. Alright, not that far away, obviously. He has a question about your current destination. Do you think you will pass near Khan's heart sometime soon? My business there should not take long, and I need only retrieve an old recipe book. He twiddles a loose bandage and nervous. It contains certain formula and distillations I will need for the feast. Yes, he's an exceptional chef, but a poor liar. Alright, let's go to the other liar in our lives. We could switch over and give like a 30% chance. Okay, we can slowly increase this if it gives us mirror 6. Mirrors 3. You give us mirrors 2. Yep. And you have no mirrors. Alright, so let's try that again. 31% chance. You know, let's try. Let's try. Wake in fright, you scramble up the stones. The ground is warm. You grow tired before you're more than halfway up your mouth, and your mouth is full of ashes. There's a sound in the earth, a profound, complex, overwhelming drone, like the buzzing of a billion bees. You bend your head a little closer, and that's all you remember. When you wake, you're in the Devil's cottage. Your head is in her lap. I found you on the slopes, she said. I thought I'd better bring you in before you heard anything you shouldn't, she smiles. Strictly speaking, I should burn your ears off, but it's so nice to see you. Alright then. Okay, tell the Devilist it's time to go. Let's go, she says briefly. The Brimstone investigators will... Invigilators, probably means investigator. Will be here soon. You don't want to meet them. She lifts a single manskin vase. This is all I need. Take me back to London. You now have left... Yeah, current objective, encounter the wistful Devilist. Quality is now 80. You have left Mount Palmerston with Douglas on board. By the way, this number thing for missions is the same thing Oblivion does. I mean, Oblivion, Bethesda and does. When it's missions, when you have this, it keeps up numeric value of when you completed certain missions or failed them. And this one's just letting us see this. You have one wistful Deviless. She knows the uses of fire, but she's not cut for the Z. Take her to London, the Brass Embassy. Alright, so, is she an officer? She is. A gunnery officer. Only an iron +1. Curious. Invite her to supper in your quarters. Devils make interesting and perilous conversationalists. Let's do it. She complains you only have human spirits, not the cloying poisonous stuff that devils favor, but she drinks it liberally regardless. She seems more wistful than usual, regretting her departure from Mount Promiston or nervous about what lies ahead. Finally, you realize she's drunk. She's saying something about the old days. We built our hives on the edge of dreams, she slurs, why men were monkeys still. Monkey souls are poor unripe things, not like this wine of yours, but they serve as consolation. I require consolation, mumble I do. She looks directly into your eyes. You're very pretty, she says, and she falls face down into the remains of her chops and stewed mushrooms and begins to snore. Can't hold her liquor. By the time you recall assistance to have her taken back to the cabin, her drool is badly charged. The tabletop and the room smells of charred varnish. It's hilarious. Okay. I'm curious. Yeah, we can actually just do this. Trade off supplies for secrets. Now, the supplies here is actually not a bad idea. Supplies here cost 22, which is lowest best you're going to get outside of the shore or London. How many secrets do you think we can bleed off of her? As many as we're willing to pay for. So let's just get 10 supplies. Then we just simply talk to her constantly. Ooh, she's busy. Well, we're going to use those 10 supplies anyways. It doesn't really matter. Apparently a bit embarrassed. And... Okay, so yeah, can't sell anything, unfortunately. But we will be heading to Khan's Heart next. So yeah, we'll grab probably the 10 fuel we have room for here, then head south because we will be losing the frickin' honey when we get there. All right, so. Okay, so let's start our next stage. Now, we currently are, we're tanked up on fuel. Let's go down to Khan's Shadow, but we have to make a stop for our, both to drop off our supply of drugs that we're giving our intelligence agency to help fund its progress. Yeah, that's depressingly real life, by the way. Then, because the CIA, every intelligence organization also runs drugs, usually for multiple reasons. The practical sense is, okay, I think we got some murder we need to do here. The practical sense is, of course, it's a way to generate money off the books. It's also a way to compromise people. After all, if you're the dealer, you can make a lot of this. And also to make friends with the cartels and such. Then, well, the thing is, of course, it's incredibly evil. This is the CIA. This is our intelligence organizations we're talking about. They're always evil. All right, so, yeah. All right, Fostic. Fostic, as in Faustus. Alright, so we're going to try to get on your 6. Let's see if that works, or maybe it won't. I don't know. Alright, cool. Oh! Okay. Alright. Try to stay on our 6 here. The Mangannon's on it. Pissing me off, Roger. Alright, bolt of spider silk. Well, that's one less I have to get by, at least. I think I'm going to buy a bunch of supplies and I'm going to repair the ship because it looks like we need it. And we're close to 50%, which means not only will we be unable to repair, we'll start taking crew damage. So that happened. And the Restless Nights, ignore them. Lose 1 terror because I do not feel like getting terror out here. I don't think hell is going to be a safe place to be for the dreams. So, yeah. Okay, well, that happened. First things first. Let's stop ourselves here. Get the repair going. I think we'll bring ourselves down to 6. Oh, for crying out loud. Then we'll buy a lot of supplies. Let's get back to the shop. Alright, so yeah, we can buy another 8, but we're obviously not going to buy another 8. Actually, alright, so do is we launch, stop, repair. dock. Did we not get the... We didn't get the port report, which is good. We just got that then. And also we can see who guards the place up here. Oh, it's fun. Let's do that. A vile hive. When you come in sight of the cottage, you think for a moment it's been overgrown with thick, glistening black ivy. A few more steps, you notice the ivy is shifting into the wind. Before you realize that is generally the case underneath, there is no wind to speak of. The ivory heaves like the sea, and the closest portion suddenly lifts and dissolves. The air is filled with deep and savage buzzing. A cloud of great black bees has rise of the cottage. They extend a linear direction. You back away. You do not run because it is prey that it runs. Don't need to mess with that right now. But question is, 4 remaining. Let's get our fuel up to 20. Daily bread. 1 more supply. That should be what we need. Bit of a malfunction there, apparently. Alright, so that happened. We lost some cash, unfortunately, but we'll be getting some back relatively soon. And we can get to the next, set up the next layer of trade. Absolutely the wrong attitude to have Enterprise sort of thing, but yeah. God, I don't even know what the Star Wars series are these days. It's kind of like with Star Trek and Star Wars. I've just lost. They decided to become so complicated that I didn't want to put the time and energy into keeping track of them. So, leave it to the kids, I guess. Kind of for them. I mean, I've got my cosmic horror. Keeps me up at night, crying slightly, not in sorrow, but in utter terror. Yeah. The existential nature of being against the void of nothingness is such. Well, it does keep the mind thinking, at least. I've come to the conclusion that I am what I am, and that I exist, therefore I think, therefore I desire, therefore I just... Everything else just kind of adds on to that. Alright, let's, okay, first things first. Let's talk to our, let's drop off our honey. There you go. Network is now at 5. Professional advantages. Alright, so let's see what else we can give you. Something diplomatic agent, or we can use the Salt's blessing. Salt's easy enough to get, and it's your usual run as well. We've got 3 secrets left last time I checked. And I'm kind of alright, let's do that. Alright. This is a scarf from a traveler lost in... Spies are still more superstitious than even sailors. This one awaits an omen. This is a scarf from a traveler lost in the east. This is a clock repaired on Iram. This is a dream the Salt has sent you, whispered in the ear of your agent. It may be nothing but delusions, but it's what your agent wanted. When she's done weeping, she goes about her business. All shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. Sounds religious. We're paying... Okay, spies... I could see it. That spies being motivated. Gather report, 100% chance. Do it. Do it now. Ooh. Gather intel. 90% chance. Alright, so let's do this. Succeeded. Dangers of success. The message arrives in a tiny fish-skinned silver bound inside a copper ring. The cipher speaks of fleet movements and power struggles. London will want to know this, but your agents have attracted attention. Network, 1 in vital intelligence, 1 memory distant shore, and we've lost 1 network. Okay. Interesting way to handle that, but how does that affect us gathering a report? 85% chance. Let's just give it shore leave. I will not need long or much. About him, his cook wants to go ashore. He claims he needs to collect a book of recipes, but he's short on details and long on guilty fidgeting. He asks for back pay and drowning pearls. This will ease my way past the white and gold to allow him his privacy. Whatever he's up to, it's not your business. I'll do that. He disappears into the canaled streets. An hour passes. 2. The dockside lamps buzz. A water taxi bobs away carrying a silk-swathed minister and his blushing black-suited lover. Okay. This is what corruption looks like. On the side of your ship, a sailor sings a music hall ballad as he chisels barnacles from her flanks. Always keep this ship maintained. Your cook returns. Did he find what he's looking for? I believe so, he says. His voice is hollow but determined. His hands are empty. As he boards the ship, he stops and catches your elbow. Captain, a word of advice. Do not divide yourself. Learn what matters to you. Pursue it avidly. It is kinder not to give in to the first place than it is to take back what you were given. There's either a colossal flute core or an Eliat cuckoo. All right. Want to talk to me about that? This bird sees this gallery as poetry becomes doubly heartfelt. Sailors into the weight, ergostatious, weird. His request, is that all? I need a capstone for the feast, Captain. Something unforgettable. I have a vision. No, two. One demands the core of a lorn fluke. The other requires a certain bird of the elder continent, a cockatoo, given to funeral poetry. Sure. I have heard a certain southern showman owns such a creature. God, I guess we're heading to the shore at some point. In case of casual hand, either will do. Do not trouble yourself with both. I'm not going to. What's our terror? 40, we're fine. Or reports. Yeah, I cannot, unfortunately, assist. I think, what was that you needed? I can actually do this. Bait. Yeah, we can use the vital intelligence. Ooh, it's 250, though. They'll increase this, and the port report's only like 50 at most. This one's 30% chance success. Bait. Ooh. 250. Or we increase. Oh, hang on. Somebody's belly scratched. This is Hudson's in the booth here. So, okay. So, 250 off the top of my head at vital intelligence. Make it. Oh, yeah. We can't risk it. That intel is more. See, the thing is, I give them that, I increase it, I get a vital back again. That's actually possible, but that's still some zero. Do this, get that, definitely get the port report. However, come back and get the vital intelligence again. It's a hell of an investment. But then that just becomes an endless cycle. All I'm doing is cycling out for the port reports. Let's take this and fails. We can increase our veil slightly, but only if we could probably bring up to a 40% chance at best. That, we're going to keep the vital intelligence. Now we don't have the doctor stealing from us. I think we're going to be okay. All right. Meanwhile, I think that's it. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, let's launch. Head over the Khan's shadow, but we got to make sure we get there so that we get the little ding. It's such a short trip, you might want to go on half speed. It'll increase our supply usage, but of course, fuel consumption should stay the same. Okay, we're en route. And I even want to go faster. Come on, you can do it. Give me the ding. You know you want the ding. There you go. But I'm not worried about getting more powerful engines. Let's run at half speed when I need to do so. Alright. File the report. Hunting trophy for 4. Gold looks like 36 and 40. So let's see if we can sell anything. Mushroom mine we need for the port report, because we actually get more for the port report. And here we are. What we're actually here for. Alright, now this is where it gets a little weird. See, what we can do at this point, we got enough fuel, we got enough supplies for the moment. Oh, supplies are actually a decent price here. We might want to get a couple. But what we really want to do is get other 6 empty mirror boxes, of course, so we can get the whole cycle started over again, because that's 6,338. And that means next time around, we're probably going to be over 8,000. And a couple more trips after that, and we'll definitely have the frigate. I mean, I could just, of course, break the captivating treasures and make that another 3K. Yeah, that would make it quicker. But like I've said before, the intangibles like that, I definitely want to keep as background, I mean, as in my back pocket. Anyways, let's get the mirror catch boxes. And that brings us back down, unfortunately, to 4,838. But these will all, of course, convert back into Dreamcatch ones. So it's about, like I calculated, it's 92 or so for profit for each space being occupied by either Clayman or a mirror catch box. So I think it's worth it. But we're not, however, going to be using the mirror box for the extra 400. Because I noticed in the journal, every time I do that, my light goes up. I think I'm going to get to 100, I die. But it could be actually sooner than that, so I'm not risking it. In any case, Shintalak, 1 spider silk. Alright, so yeah. So, next step. Alright, the next step will be quite simple. I have to pause here for a moment. Yeah, we're going to hit the port reports for the Wisdom, Colonate, Iram, Frostfound, and Mount Purviston. We'll grab the strange catch for the outfit for the Fastinisha. Then we will have to get 2 more spider silk, which will be easy enough. We'll trade out the supplies we get in Estival for the spider silk. Drive that in. I may pick up a little more on the way back. It all depends. We only can get 6 of the boxes after all. And yeah, like I said, look at the strange catch and anything else we want to do as well. Back to Promising to restock Con Shadow to get another 4 of the trophies. Godfall for the port report. Polythreme, then Estival, then Savior's Rock. Then I think back to Estival, and we do our Port Cecil Gator Morn. The question is, do we want to buy a station box here? I gotta see how much it costs, but yeah. We actually, however, may want to hit Field Haven. It's straight from Gator's Morn, because that's going to allow us to get... No, I need 2 more. We can get a couple of stories to replace what we need. Hit the canal, just in case we get another intel, but we don't have to worry, again, don't have to worry about it. Dropped off the newspaper for a Z story, and slam into Fallen London with our, and then, of course, do our whole thing with Underkeep. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now let's continue on our journey. Now, what we're going to be doing, of course, since we've fueled up over here, hitting our usual, hitting our usual circuit here from Sea Lilies, Keloniate, back up to our home away from non-linear home, Iram, since we are always there, have never left, and never yet arrived. Non-linear time is so much fun. Back to Frostbound, Mount Promising to get refueled, back to Con Shadow, and then we're going to be heading over to our usual run down here to the Nativity to get the spider silk, and from there we'll probably reconsider our lives. So, let's get started. So, the thing is, once you establish a route like this, if you're doing it right, then it becomes, well, relatively dull, unfortunately, because what you are doing is going through known circumstances, and why that's more safer, always. And you notice I've got the fuel efficiency up a bit. It is, I mean, that's what you do want. I know a lot of these games are confronting instability, chaos and raw material, but the whole point of adventuring to a degree, the whole point of these expeditions and testing ourselves is to see if we can bring order to chaos. If we can extrapolate our own roadmap onto the infinite void that we can understand and use it, rather than become, yet another victim to the black depths. So yeah, that's my theory in life anyways. It's when people start saying that there's a higher purpose in life, and this is my higher purpose in life, and it may not be quite as, shall we say, memorable as some, but at least I don't try to pull crusades. And poison frogs. I'm sure they'll come into the story at some point. But yeah, any prisoners we ever get, anybody tries to steal my goddamn light is gonna get shoved into here so quickly. Private prison system. right, so what we do want is the pile the comp report. No, compile the port report. All right, so we've got that. We're not ransoming anybody because we're not doing. I'm always wondering. How much? Yeah, high risk. We're not doing any of that. Okay, I don't think we need any of this because I think we can get it cheaper elsewhere before we run out. Kalinate, just a straight shot to the east. Okay. Frogs, dangerous. In fact, frogs are often used as beings of chaos and deception and death in a lot of cultures, especially indigenous in the jungle. When you can, put your hand on the wrong spot and touch something that's going to stop your heart in about 5 seconds. Poison. The great neutralizer. You don't need like giant fangs, you don't need tentacles, you don't need a gaping maw. You can just, watch your enemy fall apart from the inside out. Shut down their nervous system, and of course my favorite, overexcite their neurons to the point where they can no longer control their body. Oh god, I played D&D too much. I remember they had entire charts of poisons you could craft at some points. 3.5 was, I think, the funnest edition of Dungeons and Dragons because there were so many. They franchised it out at that point. Anybody can make a supplement, and there are some really crazy supplements out there. All right, so Kalinate. First, we're not. Yeah, I don't want to lose crew. I don't need a monster hunter, but I will. File report. Check the shop. You can stop. There it is. The casket of sapphires can be sold here, and that's exactly what we will do. I don't know what that is, but it gets you a Searing Enigma or Carboy of Primordial Shrieks or a Whispering Trophy case. Oh, it's the Veil 7's one we can create. Is it not worth 150 though? Definitely not. Anyways, pop up. Get away from the whispers in my head. At least I hope I can do that. Sometimes, the whispers follow you wherever you go. And I'm not wanting. Okay. Guess we're going to be getting a heart soon. Okay, ow. Alright then. Okay. We got ambushed by a giant sea urchin. Oh, really? We don't have time for this. Why is it always we're in the middle of a fight? Oops. Okay, we're good. Where do you think you're going, mister? We're not done here. Mm-hmm. Ow. Mm-hmm. The bigger gun is the way we win. Okay, so we are in dire shape at this point. We may have to be extraordinarily careful. 3 secrets and a Luke core. Good, we need those secrets desperately. They're considered to be how do I put this? They are considered to be income when you get to Irem, because information does seem to be the currency there. And information is a powerful currency. It's not the only currency. I did like in the 2nd season of Game of Thrones television series in which, what's his name? Chaos Ladder Boy. Littlefinger. When Littlefinger tries to tell Cersei that knowledge is power, and she basically has her guards grab him and threatens to slit his throat, pointing out that power is power. It doesn't matter what you know if you're a dying corpse. Dying person becoming a corpse, you know what I mean. But yeah. No, power is power. Knowledge is how you use it effectively. Did we overshoot our mark? No, we're good. Ah, there it is. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is knowledge. Power is power. Knowledge is just how you use it well. Wisdom is tells you when and where to use it. You always need the power to begin with. Alright, I actually want to check a couple of things. We don't want to buy them. We can buy the Watchful Curios here. Interesting. But I want to... I can get them a lot cheaper than this. Not the long box. Should we drop this off? That's an interesting question. Did we get for 100 fragments or something like that? Speaking of how many fragments we have. We spent 150 for 3 of these. What else do we need for a decent suit? I believe there was a parabola. There it is. We need 3 of them for the protective armor. Caskets and stitch and ivory, which we don't have a lot of. We don't, 3 bales. Still need the royal booth leather, so we're not really. We can get the strange catch, though. That's what we're here for. Threshold, strange catch. There you go. That allows us to put her. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing left. The Shintalak, we have that. We just need 2 more bolts of spider silk. I don't think we can purchase it here. Or if we did, extraordinary implications we do not want to purchase it at things. But yeah, we could. Can't sell this. This is worth 2 stories, 2 visions of the surface. Vision of the surface costs 2 Z stories. Yeah. Unfortunate. In any case. Special. I don't think we need to buy anything. Yeah, we definitely want to wait on that. And yeah. I guess we're just getting the strange catch at the moment. Well, of course, story. Actually, what I might do... Yeah, sacrifice the relic. That's 2 moves in the great game. Now we've got rid of the spy. That's a quick 100. Right off the bat and compile the report. We definitely need to start bringing out, it's like a coffee next time we're here. But yeah. Oh. That is the cheapest we're going to be able to get it. We can get it for 32. Fuck. We can sell probably limit for like 100. Oh my god, we have another run here. We could get 10 coffee beans from someplace nearby. Pick up. Oh, Jesus. I love your room. Did I mention that? But yeah. This is a lot. Yeah. Okay, so we know we can get the probably linen here for much cheaper now in the future. Let's keep that in mind when we're dealing with our peep over here. Speaking of which, what else do we need besides that? We're going to need sapphires, which we can get in Stygian Ivory. Stygian Ivory we can pick up at Khan's Shadow, and the sapphires we can pick up at the coffee place, the same place we're going to get the coffee. So, yeah, we're good. We're good. We got another run that's going to be besides our usual, well, semi-boring run here. So, yeah, things are doing well. Anyways, should we get a supply? No, because we can get another supply over at, we think we can stretch it with our hospitality, the hospitality over at Frosthold. The reason why they're like that, I think, is, one thing. I have a crazy thought. This might come to absolutely nothing, but I want a second strange catch. Alright. Argo's definitely going to be able to hold it. And I'll show you if it all works out. Because there's so many weird and interesting things that I want to try. Speaking of which, yep, just need to keep on the even keel here. And oh my god, do we need to do some repairs. But that fluke core will be straight up 600 once we get to hell and back again. Because, well, the thing is, even playing the merchant here, we're like zipping all over the map. And you're not quite doing the same thing over and over again. We might forego the whole dream snakes for a bit to try other things. Like I said, once we get the parabola, if the parabola linen is worth 100, so normally if I pick up 32 for coffee over at the southern coast, which I think you can get at least 2 places, then we can only sell it for like 50 or 80 when it comes to surface. Now the surface makes just acquire light, and I've noticed that in the journal that's not a good thing to acquire. It's like any form of ionizing radiation, which will eventually kill us, but what it is, not good, will kill us, but what it is, it will, we can't get rid of it unless we can figure out how the Dawn Machine people will be able to do so. In which case, we need 50 supplies and a bunch of other stuff to give them to do so, so yeah. Surface and sunlight trade is going to be a little reduced at the moment. In the meantime, let's compile the report. Then, T. Okay. Supply 1 fuel, lost 10 terror, so we're back to 1 supply, and that's going to be more than enough to get us to... Didn't think so. Going to get us more than enough to get to Palmerston. See? This is what familiarity with the terrain gets you. Also costs us 9 fuel, 10 fuel to do the cycle, and approximately 5 or 6 if we don't stop here and get them supplies. So therefore we know the price of this run. And that is something we have to keep in mind. You have to realize that if you want to do this sort of commercialism, you're gonna have to know numbers exceptionally well, because mathematics is the OS of the universe, and any form of systems of control, be it magical or mundane, is going to draw upon that. That understanding, of ratios and exceptions. Okay, so we're on our last food. And 6 fuel left. But don't worry about it. Palmerston's right there. What was that? I don't think I want to know. Hopefully we can port in pretty easily. Alright, so fuel, let's just grab 10 while we're here. Red, we'll grab. Cheapest, we're going to get it for a while, and we definitely be using up stuff anyways, so yeah. Alright then, so let's stop by. Let's make a quick search. Exploration, dig among ruins. Cost 2 supplies. Depends on how many elemental relics we have. 2, so we will have to, I think, recharge our, let's go recharge our, cost 2, give 2 zoop. Dry well choked with ash behind a shattered farmhouse. You find 2 casks of zoop. Emergency supplies or hidden treasure. No one will ever return for them. So, yeah. 5 terror, 1 memory, 2 zoop. What the hell do you do with zoop? Yeah, okay, it's 140. It's not bad. Better than spider silk. I guess that's what we're taking. In any case, we also can't replace our supplies. Kind of think that we run low on supplies, we'd be able to eat the soup, but in any case, we probably have enough, so yeah. Guess we're taking off again. Okay. Now the thing is, do we chew up 4 units before we even get to, okay, hang on. Oh, that appears to be friendly. Okay, and there's 6, just in case. Okay, well, I've made a decision, by the way. We're going back to Khan's Heart, and I will be giving them that vital strategic information back again to increase our network, because it's going to be roll the dice of what they want to use next. Therefore, okay, we're hopefully not going to attract attention. We're not really in the greatest of shape for combat. Yeah, and we have to roll the dice of what they do. We might be able to get this strategic information again, and then when we in order to recharge the network, we can hopefully get something else this time. Oops. Okay, hang on for a second. Alright, yeah, we can go this way. Want to avoid trouble. Don't have any coffee to bribe with, so no reason to stop here. Oh, that was great. Lost track of where the ship was under the bridge. That happens in real life, but yeah, we're at 101, so not great. Get 2 more points, I'm unable to repair the ship. That would be bad. We may have to buy extra supplies. In the meantime... I'm more careful about this. seek a commercial license, tea house, wander. We can do that later, but right now, seek intelligence. Nope. Let's fulfill spies' needs. Give them strategic information. Alright, so we lost one vital. We gained back up to 6. Ears in the palaces. Great. Their spy catcher. The white and gold snap up your bait. Their spy catchers. Too eager in pursuing more. You can class implausible nonsense, and he's hooked. Excellent. So he's working for us now. Now, let's see. What do they want this time? Blessing. Adult attention? Not a problem. 25% chance I'm not going to pull it off. But what I will do is I will use that to gather intel. Port report. Exceed 1 vital, 1 memory, lost 1 network. Alright, we can do that. Next time we come back with salt, which is going to cost us a secret, some cash, basically. So, yeah. That worked how I thought it was going to work, which is always good. Alright, so what are we looking at hold-wise? Not a problem, we'll be able to get 4 more of these, and then, yeah, we have to do some thinking about this. We also still need 6, actually we can't forgot, we've got a problem here, is that I need 6 spots open for our claimant. You're kind of really stretching that. I guess we're going to have to, like, ride the edge when it comes to supplies. Or just accept that we're only going to have 4 the, watchful curios this time. How would that work? So, if instead we decide, well, first of all, we're going to lose, like, 1 catch, the wine, the shintalak, and this, like, right off the bat. So we may want to catch the claimant on a reverse trip. But that's an interesting thought. Alright, we can do that. What we'll do is stop by and grab these. We'll convert them over, but don't pick up the claimant over at Polythreme. Hit Festival and the spider place, and then we will come back the other direction, pick up the claimant, and work from there. Okay, that works. Let's have to remain flexible in these things. Oop, we also don't have the ability to do so. So if we're going to head back in the same direction, we don't actually need to pick the... Oh, we do, because Polythreme... Alright, so we have to go back up here. Well, they'll hit anytime soon. We might buy a single supply as well. Gonna drift into port? I didn't think so. Don't know if they don't count it if we're not actually moving or not. Ding me, damn it. Alright, thank God. We know how this goes. We have the hold space for it. Yep. And boom, 4 more watchful curios. Excellent. We're getting low on those. We have to do some hunting or change our trading tactics. Now we're going to need 6 more spots, so we can't go too crazy when it comes to these things. Can we get to Estival as we are? That's a question. So actually what we should do is just grab 1 supply. Then launch. And to Godfall for the port report, because that we might, pay for our own fuel. We get the Admiral to do it for us. Speaking of the Admiral, I still haven't done the Empire of Hands. It's got to be over here. We need to sneak. We're not going to try it with our hull in this shape, though. Speaking of which, this is not how I want to do this. There we go. Problem. Having difficulty catching up. And one more. Okay. Lost way too much there. And we're not getting anything remotely necessary for it to get back. Okay, so yeah. Only 100 this time, oh well. Need to lose 3 more, so we gotta catch these. Well, it's possible we can burn supplies and fuel before we get back. Alright, so we'll give that a whirl. But yeah. We are now danger mode when it comes to the hull. And did we lose anybody? Not this time, which is good. Alright, all I want is your bloody port, and then we are gone. I do think turning off the light did help in that it did cause them to fire the flares instead of the guns. Being able to track our own, and we've got a decent mirrors. Not a great mirrors, but decent mirrors. Y3 en route. Sorry, just silent here. Enjoying the absence, the void, as it were, the Sunless Sea. Very zen. Helps contemplate the utter, the void is the blank slate upon which we write our own creations. Of course, we're writing on top of the creations the people before us have already created, namely the world we're on. And all of the things we consider to be real within it. There you go. Intel. Port report. Excellent. Shore leave. No. We have 6 units available. Okay, so let's get these done. Should be able to get a secret too. Whoops, grab the layman. Oh well. We're gonna have to deal with that now. There you go. There's the secret. We get a little bit of fragments every time we do those. And yeah. Slowly but surely, these are now each worth 100 to our good friend at the university. Okay, so what's our hold look like? It's almost full. So yeah, let's get to Estival ASAP. Shops. Anything we can lose anything? No. But here we go. You know, the problem with the Claymore, they don't eat anything, and they don't go anywhere, so no fuel, and absolutely no supplies. But Estival should do us nicely. The Azaquaric Abyss. Sounds like something out of a Lovecraft novel. And lo, the entity did come from the Azaquaric Abyss, and my eyes refused to lock upon him to give— oh, fuck me, with a chainsaw. We're out of here. Oh, no, we're out of your way. Don't worry about it. Right. Okay, well, they seem to have lost them. Looks like we're coming on Estival from the north. Oh, for crying out loud. Of course, I'm not ashamed to fight, so everybody wants to fight me. It's just how these things go. Okay. Yours nice and good. But we will get there. We will get there. Okay, beach party, everyone. God, there's a giant crab over there as well. Oh, they're just laying on, aren't they? Just laying it on. Let's go. Dock me, baby. Hold's got 4 units remaining, so we're basically going to get 4 supplies and dump the rest. Okay. You're not filling the mirror catchback. My light is way too high. Supplies. There we go. Got a lot, but unfortunately, baby. And the port report. So, yeah. Which again? Head down to our people, the spider people, friends, and then we will probably call it for the evening, because that will allow us to lose some space, come back up here, recharge, and then make our way back to London, I think. Therefore, we will be able to sell. We'll be able to convert all of those mirror boxes and claymen into dream snake boxes. Means we have to come back to the Khan's Shadow to sell them all, but we may take a roundabout route if we're going to be going with the idea of shipping coffee to Irem, which has an interest which I think is going to work well. I'm going to do some quick number snatching, especially when we get to the parabola linen part. Never thought I'd be happy to see some giant spiders. Not really, but just indication that these particular monsters don't want to eat me. Others do, but these do not. Now this is going to be interesting, because we're going to have to buy at least a couple more supplies to make it back to Estival. There, we will recharge, obviously. Okay, so hit the dock. Okay, first things first. Let's story preparing. File the report. That's going to lose us a mushroom wine. That leaves us 1. Delivery of trinkets. Of course, it's a quick 100 when we get back. Trade supplies. That's 1. 1. That brings us to 0 supplies, but I believe we can definitely reshape our hold a bit. Oh, right, you. You're very quiet. I hardly notice her. I appreciate that. Speak to. Boom. Appropriate for any occasion. The Modesti's hands grip the creature's gelatinous mass, squeezing out every drop of ink into a waiting bowl. It is not merely black, the classic black of style and class, but the deep pelagian, which is actually blacker than black, by the way. That is blackness beyond the reach of light. This will be an outfit the envy of any in London society, once the fish smell is faded. Should it be cufflinks or earrings? Modesty inquires, toying with the shinflack in the light. Oh, I know. Choosing is such sweet torture, isn't it? It is. Okay, gain 5, learning about the merciless Modesty. Okay, so yeah, what we will do is we'll probably have to get all 3 of these outfits done, and then show this. We get 1 heart. 3, yeah, it was pricey, but it did help. Now, check the hold. All of that produce. Take a look at it. All of that produced an interesting combo, yeah. Wakeful Idol. These 2 have got... What? We only got 2 spider silk. Did we only need 2 spider silk? Oh, great. I didn't want to haul this thing around. Oh, well. Let's grab our 2 supplies. Actually, store anything else we can do here? Nope, we can't deliver the Tomb Colonists, so we're just going to shop and grab. Let's see. 2 supplies, and then we'll head back at Estival, fill up with supplies, and use those as fuel to get back. Okay. So, yeah. Let's have some fun. Not quite ready to give it up yet. that's true. We're going to be able to get with one supply coming up here, but we will be able to get with two. Two supplies gets us to the ability to convert them to fuel. We use that cheap fuel to get to there's spider place if we don't get enough, but if we get a major hit for the supplies, we will make it all the way over to Diesel. We won't have to run to pick up any Shintalak there, but hey, we used up our Shintalak. Oops, wrong button. And we've got our something way too important. Okay. So, oops. There we go. Get there, me. And supplies to be more than enough. And you notice that really fills up our hold. So yeah, we will be burning. Let's see, where are we time-wise? Yeah, I think we're going to call it here. But yeah, the plan is from this point is that we will be heading straight to Port Cecil. We do want, actually... British Room is where I want to do the other strange catch. I want to see if we can convert it to a live specimen and sell it and how much profit that's worth. If that allows, but that's only 6, 2 fuel, 2, but we can't buy anything here, which is unfortunate. If we really wanted to do that, we would have to come, I think, down here to Nativity again, buy the fuel, come to Intershum. We may just lose the strange catch or find some other use for it, I guess. I really do want to try that. I guess the way to do that is to head back to Nativity, sell a couple of supplies for the spider silk, then come back here into the Undershroom. So that's what we're going to do next time. We're going to head back to Nativity. From here we go to Undershroom, can convert the strange catch into a live specimen, but at that point, we'll probably just hit Visage, Mangrove, Fathom King, Hell to refuel, get possibly another intelligence here, and then head to Wolfstack. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a southern route this time, so we're going to just mix it up a little next time. We're going to see what's awaiting us, so I do hope you enjoyed your voyage with us today. This is your captain, Fantastic Worlds, bidding you to depart from the HMS Fantastic Voyages 2 here on Sunless Seas beneath Lovecraft Country. Like, share, subscribe as usual, and I will catch you next time. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.